What's up guys, Carson here from the Trouble Pack. Today I'm going to be showing you a combo video to make a really strong first turn board. And it is a 4-card combo, but I want to break it down and simplify why it's actually a little more, it's not like you have to draw you have to draw 4 cards, you have to use 4 cards, but 2 of them can be any Metalfoes. So you have Painful Decision and cards like Summoner's Art. And you can play 15 Metalfoes, so at max you can play 21 cards to get to your 2 Metalfoes if you wanted to. I'm only playing the 15 and 1 Painful Decision. So 16 cards out of 40, and then you have to open a baby. It doesn't really matter what the baby is. Obviously if you open like a Petite Rondon, your play is going to be a little different because you have to do things out of a different order. But you have access to cards like Fossil Dig, and if you open Soul Eating Out Overraptor, it also works. It's just, like I said, things are a little different. And then the only card you really have to hard draw is this Chronograph Sorcerer. But you don't necessarily have to hard draw it to make this board because you have access to cards like Metalfoes, Electrum that can put it in your extra deck. So this is obviously like a combo that you just have to recognize when you can do it. And it's like I said, it's kind of, you just have to recognize when you're able to do it. It's not like super hard combo, but it does require something along these lines. So to start, you're going to activate your scale and normal summon your baby. Your scale is going to go ahead and, I hope you can see that. Let me just check to make sure everything is visible. Alright, it seems good. You're going to go ahead and activate your Silverid, popping the baby. You can make the baby Chainlink 1 and Chronograph Sorcerer Chainlink 2, because at this point the only thing you're afraid of happening is getting ashed. And they can no longer ash it if you make Chronograph Chainlink 2. So we're going to set whatever. Typically at this point, like, the only thing you really want to go for is, I don't know why I have this pile upside down. You just want to set counter, I think, at this point. So we'll go ahead and set our counter. Chronograph will go ahead and resolve, and then the baby will go ahead and resolve, special summoning another baby. So I have these. I'm trying to make these like as the field centers. The first thing you're going to make is you're going to go into your extra deck. So we'll put these here and summon yourself a Metalfoes Electrum. Electrum's going to go ahead and activate, and if for some reason you don't have another card in your hand, like if it's not first turn, which I don't really recommend doing this after first turn unless you have the complete ability to do so, you're going to add, like, Silverid's a low scale, so we're going to add our high scale. So you obviously just want to add whatever. Then we're going to activate Electrum to pop a card to add a card from our extra deck to our hand. So we'll pop the baby's effect will go off, we'll add our high scale to our hand. And now, at this point, the baby is going to summon a Soul Eating Overraptor. So we'll summon Soul here. Let's try and make this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll summon Soul. Soul's gonna grab Petite Rondon. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Now we're gonna go ahead and activate our scales, of course, and Pendulum Summon for 3. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and activate Soul's effect to pop this Petite Rondon, and he's going to go ahead and summon a Lance, I don't know how to pronounce that. He's going to go ahead and summon that, and the baby that he summons is going to be the baby Ceratosaurus. So maybe a couple of you can already see where this is going. We're going to overlay these two for a Photon Strike Bouncer. So that's our first negation. Bismuth Canal, or whatever your card is, but in our situation, Bismuth can go ahead and activate his effect. We'll pop this baby. Baby will grab its effect. And we'll also grab, I'm just going to grab combo just because it's right here. Obviously, grab whatever you want. If you have a way to do some other stuff, then sure, go ahead and do that. And then the baby Ceratosaurus is going to go ahead and special summon Miscellaneousaurus, which this is already like a backup play. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't get to use both, we don't get to use the effect to draw. I mean, in this specific 4-card combo, you don't. Obviously, if you can do it, go ahead and try to. but we're gonna go ahead and make Decode Talker, and now we're gonna go ahead and make a Lagia. So now this is your end board. You do have recovery plays, as unless somehow they banish Miscellaneousaurus, you're definitely going to get your recovery plays. So for instance, there's a couple different things you could do when you use your Lagia. Obviously nothing can be targeted. You have Monster Negation, you have Lagia, you have Counter, you have Combo, so you can pop, you have access to more Metalfoes. You have access, I mean, this is like, you're definitely going to be able to at least put an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno on board, and it just depends on what you can do. So let's just say, like, I mean, if they wiped all your monsters, you'd have a Miscellaneousaurus that can banish 4, so you could just summon another Oviraptor. Oviraptor could send a Overtex Quatless to your grave, and you're gonna have a big evolution pill completely active. And like I said, you have a combo, so this is practically another Metalfoe. It's actually a decent combo because it has a backup plan, I suppose you could say. It's not like the strongest. I mean, you do have one spell or trap negation. It would actually be better if this was like a Nolito, I suppose, but like Strike Bounds is okay, and it's decent. Like it's not like the most amazing, but it is definitely decent, and it's gonna be troublesome for anybody to deal with. They can't be targeted. Am I missing anything else? That's pretty much, and like you didn't even really touch into your extra deck, so you have a lot of stuff you can do. Typically, next turn, you're gonna be able to, like, if they don't do anything, you're gonna be able to loop like their entire back row, or loop their monsters. You're gonna be able to do like a Mythilium loop if they get rid of one of these. Obviously, if they don't, then you have to do it. Well, you could have actually summoned him over here, I suppose, if you're allowed to do that, and then you could just loop your Mythiliums and stuff